Hey guys, it's Melanie. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to be giving you an initial review and demo of a brand new device that I have been testing over the last, it's been just about a little over a month. In a way, I have kind of already been using this device in that I originally started with the TriPollar Stop X device, which if you guys are familiar with it, it's a radio frequency device. I started using that back in the late fall, early winter time. I think it was around the end of November that I started with the TriPollar Stop X and used it, I would say, fairly consistently. There were some weeks where I would just kind of forget to use it, but I was really enjoying the device and had been meaning to give you guys an update on it. And then TriPollar actually saw that video and reached out and asked if I was interested in testing their brand new, soon to be released TriPollar Stop VX. So this device right here. This device is different from the Stop X in that this combines the radio frequency that you also find in the Stop X with DMA, so dynamic muscle activation. However, here in the US, to comply with the regulations, they are calling the DMA EOV. So when I say EOV in the video, I'm actually referring to DMA. Same thing, different verbiage. That's what we have to do here in the US. So this combines both. So if you are someone who just wants radio frequency, I would say just stick with the TriPollar Stop X. It's a fantastic device, and I feel like I have definitely started to rebuild the collagen in my face with that particular device. I think I got a little bit of a head start before going in with this one. In the demo, I show you guys how to get to the different options that you have on the device, so that'll be explained there. You have 2 levels of radio frequency, like a low and a high option. You also have 2 levels for your EOV, a low and a high. It's very easy to click between them. The device is very comfortable and easy to use, and what's fantastic about it is you can do it at home. It's super lightweight, so it's not very heavy, but it's very well made. I have had 0 issues with my TriPollar Stop X. That device has never wavered in its performance at all since I've started using it, and this has the same quality construction as well. So I'm going to give you guys just some initial information on the device and what it's supposed to do. I'll tell you what I have noticed so far in my face, and then we're going to pop over into the bathroom and I'm going to give you guys like a full demo on one side of my face so that you can see a before and after and see the difference between one side to the other side. So the device comes in a really nice box like this. They do also send you a full size of their preparation gel. I like that they put the preparation gel in a tube now. Before they had it in a tub, which can get kind of messy. There are different charging connectors or plug-in connectors here. So depending on what country you're in, this will work for you. And you obviously also get the instruction manual, which I highly encourage you to read. Looks pretty thick, but it's in several different languages. So make sure that you read through this fully. This device is intended to be used at home, like I said. Initially, when you start out, you are going to use it 2 to 3 times a week. I have been using it 3 times a week now for the last, like I said, little over a month. You use it for those 2 to 3 days, not on consecutive days. So you're not going to go Monday, Tuesday. You're going to do like a Monday, Thursday type of situation. Monday, Thursday, maybe Saturday. So make sure that you are breaking the treatment up during the week. You're going to do that for 8 to 12 weeks. After that, you should be on the maintenance schedule. So you'll be using the device just about once a week, should be plenty to maintain your results. With a device like this, I want to remind you, this is a long-term end game type of device. You really need to commit to using it and using it consistently for an extended period of time to see the results. They do say that you see immediate results after using it, especially with the EOV, when you're using it along the jawline, there is sort of an instant like tightening or like defining effect that happens. But really, you need to use this for a longer period of time for those results to really start to like stick around on any type of permanent basis. It is designed to be used with mild to moderate wrinkles. So if you're someone that has very deep set wrinkles, I don't know that this is going to be the device for you. You can certainly try it, but it's really designed for those with mild to moderate wrinkles to help to lessen the look of those. They call this a facial reshaping and rejuvenating device, and that's really, I would say that's definitely very accurate. But you do have to, you know, manage your expectations. Like I said, if you have very deep set wrinkles, this is probably not going to give you the dramatic results that you crave. The way that you use the device is very, very simple. Make sure you read the directions here. We'll kind of go through it here in a second when we get into my bathroom. But let me just tell you very quickly what I have noticed in my skin so far. So when you start using the device, you put your face into three different treatment areas. So the forehead and the lower part of the face, you divide the face in half. I have only been using it on the lower part of my face because I do get Xeomin treatments in my forehead, so I don't use it up there. But what I've noticed is that there is definitely a softening in the look of my smile lines, and I do think that there is a little bit more definition coming into my jawline. I have a very round face to begin with, and so for me, I'm never gonna have that beautiful, you know, like Angelina Jolie jawline. However, I do think that after using this for just about a month, I have a little bit more definition in this area. I'm very curious to see what it will look like at the 12-week mark. So we have a little ways to go to get there, but I will definitely be updating you on that. One thing that I have noticed that I think is probably due especially to the radio frequency use over the last several months, I have noticed that the texture of my pores on my cheeks has greatly reduced. So because I have oily skin, I tend to deal with enlarged pores. I have shrunk the look of my pores significantly from proper skincare. However, I've noticed that since starting the radio frequency that the pores are looking even more refined in this area. I will never have a completely smooth complexion. It's just not with the oil production levels that I have. There's no way. But it is looking so much smoother than it ever has. So that is a huge, huge thing for me. And I do think that the collagen is kind of starting to like kick back in there. And I've noticed a reduction in my smile lines. So they're definitely softened. They were starting to get pretty deep. I don't want my smile lines to go away completely. I actually don't mind them, but when they get really deep, that's when the makeup starts collecting in there, which is super frustrating, right? I don't want to have to like go into the bathroom during the middle of the day and like take a tissue and wipe out, you know, the makeup that collects in there. The amount of time that I've been using the radio frequency really has softened the look of those lines very, very much so. And I think with continued use, I'm probably going to get to a point where I'm very comfortable with the level of depth of those lines. And for me, that's going to put off having to get filler in there. I know that just based on genetics in my family, that these lines are going to get pretty deep as I age. Pretty normal for women to get those deep lines there. So the longer I can put off the filler, the better in my book. But yeah, just overall a nice smooth complexion, a like really nice definition that I'm starting to get in my jawline here. And just overall, like my skin just is in great shape right now. And I do think that using this device has definitely aided in that. So again, I'm going to keep updating you guys. At the end of the video, I'll put a picture from back in January. So the picture will be, the before will be on the left, the current picture will be on the right, and you can kind of see a difference in how my face has started to not become a little bit more angular, but it just looks a little bit more refined in the second picture. And the second picture, I think, was taken about a week or so ago. So let's go ahead and head into the bathroom, and I'm gonna give you guys a demo and show you how to use the device. So let's go. All right, guys, welcome to my bathroom. We are gonna do a demo of the TriPollar Stop VX. I have the device plugged in, so there's a really nice long cord that comes with it. You just pop that in the top there. This is your cap, so you're gonna remove that. And we are gonna do half of my face so that hopefully you can see a difference from one side to the other. My face is clean and I don't have any skincare on. This is something that you want to do on a clean face. And before you actually use the device, I do want to encourage you to read the user manual. It looks quite thick, but that's just because it's in several different languages. There's really not a huge section to read through, and you really should read through all of the pages, learn the ins and outs of the device, the areas where you should use it. They tell you to divide the face into 3 different treatment areas. So you have your forehead, the right side, and the left side. I don't use the device on my forehead because I get Xeomin treatments up here, so I just don't really think it's necessary there. But I do use the radio frequency on the lower part of my face, and I actually have for a number of months because I also have, and sorry, I'm knocking the camera around, I also actually have the original TriPollar Stop X, so I have been using this for a little while now. And if you guys remember, the TriPollar Stop VX combines the EOV or DMA with the radio frequency in one device. So if you are someone who just wants radio frequency, just stick with the TriPollar Stop X. That certainly is a fantastic device and I've really loved it. But again, make sure that you read through. They do specifically tell you to only use the radio frequency and the EOV along your jawline. So make sure that you don't use the EOV on the rest of your face. On there, you are just gonna use the radio frequency. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the preparation gel on this side of my face to give you the demo. You don't need a lot, you need a nice thin layer. And it's kind of the consistency of Vaseline. It takes a little bit to spread it, but once you get it going, once it warms up, it's a little bit easier to spread on the skin. So I'm making sure to get it along the jawline here. You can see where I'm really wanting that tightening effect right in this area. I can tell that that's where I'm gonna get my jowls. Okay. So I have that all over. Just gonna grab my towel here. And let's go ahead and do the radio frequency on the kind of upper part of my face here and along my smile lines. To turn the device on, you just press this button right here. If you turn it on once, you get the like level 1 of the radio frequency. If you press it again, you're gonna get these 2 green indicator lights. Hopefully you can see those. That means that you're on level 2 of the radio frequency. I just start on level 2 because like I said, I've been working with this guy for a while. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start slowly moving in circular motions as you move the device across your face. There is a warming sensation that you will feel. It shouldn't feel hot. Don't leave the device like in any one area for too long. But yeah, now it's starting to warm up. there is an orange indicator light. You'll see that pop on. When you see that light pop on, that means that your skin has reached the optimal heating temperature. And so you want to go just a few minutes beyond that. But keep it moving just in circular motions. This is not uncomfortable at all, you guys. It's really, really easy to use. The light has not come on quite yet, so you basically just move it around until the orange light comes on. Sorry, this is kind of the boring part. So, yeah, you basically just nice, slow, circular motions. Sometimes I start to like speed up and I have to remind myself, slow it down. So again, this radio frequency is going to help to stimulate those fibroblasts, and then that in turn will hopefully help build some collagen. I have definitely been focusing the device specifically along my smile lines because they were starting to get pretty deep. I really would like to avoid having to get filler in my smile lines. Oh, see the orange? Can you guys see that? It's gonna turn off here in a second because I took it off my skin, but that means that it's heated to the correct temperature now. So I'm just gonna go a little bit beyond that. But, so I know that, you know, you can get filler in your smile lines, but I'd really like to see if I can put that off as long as possible and just really try to rebuild that collagen in that area and just have a very like softened look. Like I don't want to do away with the smile lines altogether, but I would just like them to look a little bit softer. And I feel like I'm finally starting to get that. This side was a little bit deeper than this one, but I can definitely tell a difference. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the jawline now. I would typically go just a little bit longer, but let's go ahead and let's push the power button. That takes you to level 1 of the radio frequency and the EOV combination. I just go to level 2, so I hit it again. That's gonna give you 2 blue bars there. And then you are going to take this just along the jawline, nice and slow. You might see my muscles contracting a little bit, so remember to keep the device moving. You can see my lip moving. It's a nice, strong little current. This part doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. There is, I think the first time you use it, you are gonna notice maybe a slight like pinching, but it's not painful at all, you guys. This is not a painful experience for me. Feels so nice. It has that same like warming effect because you have the EOV and the radio frequency going at the same time. So just keep going along the jawline, nice, smooth, slow motions. As someone who has never had like a nice, strong jawline because I have a round face, I've always really admired like a nice, strong, like defined jaw. Oh, there you can see his face like a lip twitch. I don't think I'm ever gonna get a super defined jawline. It's just not, it's not my face shape. But I do think this has definitely started to make a little bit of a difference in terms of at least defining that jawline a little bit. Okay. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna turn it off. So you just hold the power button down, that turns it off. To clean this, super easy, you guys. I just take a tissue and wipe off the excess. So just get most of that off. If you have some alcohol prep pads, you know, you can lightly use those just to go around the device and clean off any of that as well. You've got your little cover. Stick that back on there, and then you're good to go. I'm going to just wipe this gel off my face here and then come a little closer for you. I do rinse my face and wash it after the gel. You can see that this side, oh, it's not even really that red today. Sometimes from the radio frequency, you will notice that your skin gets a little bit of redness. That's perfectly normal. You are heating the skin, so it's perfectly normal. It goes away. So you can see that my jaw over here just it looks a lot more defined, I feel like. There are immediate results using this, but really a device like this is a long-term usage type situation. The longer you use it, the more consistently you use it, the better the results. And you do have to maintain use of the product to obviously maintain the results that you achieve. But you don't have to do it nearly as often. So typically after you have achieved your desired results, if you just do the treatment once a week, at least a couple times a month, I think you're going to be able to maintain the results. But it really is such an easy device to use. Like, I would see myself definitely using it once or twice a week beyond my initial, 6 months of use of, say, 3 to 4 times a week. So for me, it's definitely making a difference. And I actually, like I said in the video before, I have noticed an improvement in the look of my pores. And I do think that has been from using the radio frequency over the last several months. I feel like it is starting to really tighten my skin, and it's actually tightening the look of my pores. So I'm really pleased with how my skin looks. I'm gonna continue to use it, and yeah. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. I will put a picture at the end here of my before from the beginning of the year, and then a picture that I took recently so that you can hopefully see the definition that I'm starting to get here, as well as just a general improvement in the tone and texture of my face overall. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo.